Hey, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the channel, man. Subscribe to this channel right now. Like this video, comment down below, man. Finesse2Tymes show got shut down. Goons tried to run up on him and take his chain. They knew the security guard backstage. They let him in on stage. They tried to buck Finesse2Tymes. I told y'all, man. Hey, look, let's get right into it. Let me know if you're a Young Dolph fan, Gucci Man fan, Big Scar fan, Finesse2Tymes fan. Let me know where y'all from and who you rocking with, man. So the security dudes, they try to stop everything, but it was too late because the dudes already climbed the back fence. The first mistake was they didn't put no barbed wire on the fence. So as soon as they got over that, they came right through the back, man. Everybody who had tickets to the show had to come through the box office. They had to come through the front. They had the metal detectors and they were wanding and waving at everybody, making sure they emptied their pockets into the little buckets. And then they passed the bucket through the metal detector and then told the people they had to walk through. And if they had belts on and stuff, they had to take that off. But see, the thing is that the goons who they knew Finesse2Tymes because the last show he came to, he took the money and never came out and performed. So they were angry about that. It was already people trying to get at him. It was already people who was mad. We don't know if this came from Moneybagg, if this was a mob ties thing or if Jay Prince is trying to get his chain back. But clearly, for them to get backstage, the guy at the door, they must have knew one of the security guards. A lot of things is when you go and do these shows in these small towns, the people that are coming to the shows and working the shows know the street cats, the goons that came up and try to run up and buck Finesse2Tymes because they said that basically it was a lick waiting to happen. They try to poke him. So the dudes that poke Finesse2Tymes must have had known how to get in through the back because they had somebody that was working on the inside trying to do the whole security operation. So when they climbed the barbed wire fence and they jumped in and they went up them little two stairs with that exit door, the back door to the backstage. So all they had to do was the secret knock. He hit the secret knock, and then that's when the dude in the vest came and opened it up for him. And then after that, all they had to do was look for the dressing room. They tried to go through the dressing room and get the box with the chains in it because everybody knows nowadays that the rappers got the jewelry cases. It's like they have everything in one box so that the people could just pick it up and hit a lick, poke them, finesse them, and try to stain them. Basically, they did a big stain. It was a huge plot of stain, and basically, as soon as they got the ice box, the container that had all the jewelry in it, then that's when they walked up on stage to Finesse2Tymes, and one guy tried to tap him on the left shoulder, but then he went and hid behind his right shoulder. So when Finesse2Tymes turned around, he didn't see nobody behind him because the dude was trying to play that joke on him where you tap around one shoulder and you reach your arm, but then you on the other side. So when Finesse2Tymes looked on the other side, that's when the dude tried to shove him, and then that's when the big Samoan security guards came up and they basically tried to get everybody. They tried to get Finesse2Tymes to rush him off and get him to safety. They had to get the dude and basically throw him into the crowd to see, like, get him away from everybody that was performing because they're supposed to be protected and looking after everybody that's supposed to be walking on that stage who's part of the show. Even the crew, the whole crew, the sound dudes, the DJ couldn't even, the DJ, he was across the way and he was trying to see the whole thing coming, but the guys on the speakers had it so loud that the DJ couldn't switch the mixer fast enough to try to yell to Finesse2Tymes to get out the way. Or the fact that it was darkly lit in the back area. They had problems with the light, so you couldn't really see when the goons was snooping around to get the jewelry. They were after Finesse2Tymes' jewelry. They were after his money because it was known allegedly that he walks around with $800K worth of jewelry with him at all times, especially when he's going to his shows. Like when these rappers have their shows going on, they got millions of dollars worth of jewelry backstage. They got hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of wardrobe and all these designer clothes and everything like that waiting. Like they pull up in cars worth millions of dollars. They pull up in Lamborghinis, Ferraris, Bentleys, and everything like that. Rolls Royce, all that. So even when Finesse2Tymes pulled up, the reason they even knew they was like, okay, they didn't know whether Finesse2Tymes got there yet or not, because you already know when it comes to going to these rapper shows that the show could be starting at 11 and end at 4 a.m., but the rapper don't come on stage till 3 a.m. So like everybody's waiting. So they didn't know whether to time it. They kept lapping around the parking lot. They kept coming back. Then That's when they seen the big Bentley, the Rolls Royce, the Phantom, and the G-Wagon pull up. When they seen that G-Wagon, that's exactly when they knew that it was Finesse2Tymes already in there. And then they heard one of his songs. They heard the beat drop. That's when they knew Finesse2Tymes was coming on. He literally yelled Finesse, and the crowd yelled back 2 times. And so they went in. They were looking for the number 2 chains, because if y'all don't know, it's Finesse2Tymes. So he got the 2 times chain and his 2 times whole little like lingo and everything like that. So he was trying to like, they were looking for that pendant because it had the baguettes on it. It had the emerald cut diamonds with everything VVS. But the whole time it was moissanite. So they didn't even know the whole finesse. And you got to think of the fact that how did they get through the backstage? Somebody let them in. How did they even get on the stage to tap Finesse2Tymes on the shoulder? That's basically where the whole system failure, because the security is supposed to be on point. It says that everybody was basically on their phone trying to record on Snapchat and on IG, trying to post pictures for Facebook. As soon as Finesse2Tymes came out and the DJ dropped the beat, everybody was trying to get a little picture of Finesse for their social media to like put it on and say that they went this and there and whatever. But the whole time they supposed to be working, they forgot that they're not there as influencers. They're not there for fun. Like the security guys supposed to be working the show. So what are they doing on their phone, taking pictures and everything? So basically they were fanned out too much. The security guards was too much of fans. They let their guard down. They started having fun. They had the Remy, the Henny and everything, the Don 42. As soon as they start hitting Don 42 to the head with no chaser, that's when they started slipping and slacking. When the security slips and slacks, that's when you know that you already is too late. Like you got to get out of there, because these are guys who's supposed to be watching. So who watches the watchmen? Dang, man, that's crazy. Like even Finesse2Tymes' whole entourage didn't pay close attention to the security. They should have been watching the watchmen, so that in case the watchman got too slip and slide off the Henny Remy Don 42, then they would know, okay, it's our turn to make sure that the security goes well, because them dudes is on their phones slipping and tripping off the Remy Henny Don 42, and it's like they fanned out over here on their phones. Only one guy. It was only if the big Samoan security didn't run up there and get Finesse2Tymes out of that predicament and situation, then it could have been a whole different story. And so that's why Finesse2Tymes is congratulated and clapped to him. But then he went to the other guys and was like, what are y'all doing, man? I'm not working with you again, because that's why he should have had his own security. That's why you got to basically hire your own security to book the venue, so that they could put a 2x4 plank on the back door so nobody could get in. All you had to do was put a huge 2x4 plank on your door, slide it across with something to lock it in, and nobody could kick through it, nobody could get in, and nothing like that. And so, see, the thing is, they didn't even show no QR codes or nothing like that. So they either had picked the back door lock, or they climbed the barbed wire fence and knew this one of the security people. Maybe they was even pretend disguise, and all they had to do was the secret knock to let him in the back. At the end of the day, though, Finesse2Tymes is lucky that he got out of that situation and was able to maneuver after that, still get the money. He still did some type of show, but everybody got left on the hook because they had to evacuate down the stairway case, down the fire escape, back to their vehicles and everything. And everybody got parking tickets because the show took off too long because of the security situation. They wasn't trying to let nobody leave, because they were trying to run back and some footage and see who kept spinning the block in the big Jeep truck. At the end of the day, man, they seen the G-Wagon, they got through the back, and they knew what was going on. Subscribe to the channel, like this video, comment down below, and I'm going to catch you on the next one.